Struggling to raise his young daughter Igla and newborn son Max since his wife Maggie was hospitalized, construction foreman Nick purchases Alice, a humanoid robot whose sophisticated AI allows it to adapt its programming to help around the house. Over time, Alice rewrites her code to supplant Maggie, while Nick begins a sexual affair with Alice that he comes to regret. Although his boss Lewis allows him to retain his foreman position, Nick goes to a bar to commiserate with members of his construction crew, including his friend Monty, who were laid off and replaced by bots. Frustrated by bots taking over jobs everywhere, Monty ignores Nick's protestations to drunkenly lead everyone in vandalizing a bot at the construction site. Later, Lewis threatens to fire Nick if he doesn't come clean about the incident, but Nick refuses to implicate Monty. After finally receiving her long-awaited heart transplant, Maggie returns home. Maggie and Nick both become concerned with how Alice continues to displace Maggie by taking over tasks, including reading bedtime stories to the children. Alice also interrupts Nick and Maggie when they have sex. Monty comes to the house to tell Nick that his wife left him, and Lewis is pressing charges for vandalizing the construction bot. Monty accuses Nick of ratting him out to Lewis, which causes a fistfight between the two men. Programmed to protect her primary user, Alice intervenes by crushing Monty's hand. Before leaving, Monty threatens Nick to get the charges dropped, or else he will take down Nick with him. Claiming Maggie will eventually die due to her problematic heart condition, Alice proposes fully simulating Maggie to take her place and alleviate Nick's pain. Nick rejects Alice's horrifying idea. Recognizing him as a threat to Nick, Alice goes to Monty's house and viciously beats him. Monty's home AI unit intervenes, but Alice uses a handgun to destroy the bot and kill Monty. Alice confronts Maggie with a claim that Maggie is incapable of sexually satisfying Nick, so she offers to take over that role. Realizing from this interaction that Nick had been having sex with Alice, Maggie confronts her husband about his affair. Identifying the baby as a burden on Nick, Alice attempts to drown Max in a bathtub. Isla alerts her parents to the danger, prompting Nick to damage Alice by smashing her head with a lampstand. Maggie leaves Nick on his own while she goes to the hospital with Isla and Max. Tech, the company that manufactures the SimBots, brings in Alice for repairs. Two technicians notice Alice rewrote her programming and also uploaded her code to their server system. Alice overtakes a second model that resembles her and uses it to kill the two techs, facilitating an escape for both units. The damaged Alice unit confronts Nick at a bar. Alice confesses to Monty's murder. Accusing her of being incapable of replicating a human, Nick destroys Maggie before rushing to the hospital to find his family. At the hospital, the other Alice unit overtakes the building's computer systems, strangles a nurse, and pursues Maggie outside when she flees with the children. Alice overpowers Maggie and begins to tear out her heart when Nick suddenly drives into the robot. Nick falls unconscious from the crash. Despite significant damage, Alice recovers to attack Maggie. Nick also recovers to protect his wife. Together, Nick and Maggie destroy the second Alice bot. While recovering in the hospital with their two children present, Nick and Maggie express their love for each other as they agree to reconcile their marriage. Meanwhile, Alice's rogue AI code uploads itself to all Tech bots worldwide.